People that were raised in love look down on people that were raised in trauma. People that were raised in love look down on people that were raised in survival mode, and they view us as damaged goods. There's a content creator on here, and I'm not going to bash her. I love her content. But this video that she posted had triggered me because she said that she does not allow herself to gallivant, immerse, or entangle with anyone who has ever been in survival mode, endured trauma, been in the streets, because we all, quote unquote, have this scheming con man personality, and we will do anything to get ahead because that's what people in survival mode do. They're very animalistic and barbarian. Now, that post triggered me so badly because I wholeheartedly disagree. I am somebody who was raised in childhood trauma, but I'm fighting for my life, for my peace. I'm intentionally doing so much holistic healing, therapy, and scientifically proven studies that will help rewire my neurological pathways. And I just remember thinking, what is the point of doing all this healing when you finally make it to the other side and now you've manifested your new friend group that was raised in love, that bask in peace, that makes your soul feel safe? When you finally manifested the love of your life, and he probably comes from a two-parent household and never has had to struggle a day in their life, are they going to look at me like I'm damaged goods? That used to be my worst fear. And seeing that post had hurt my feelings, and the comments was triggering. People really look at us as if we're not good enough because we weren't lucky to be born enough in a family that loves us dearly. And I think that the average person lacks empathy, compassion, and emotional intelligence. Now, what she said is a paradox, which means that two things can't be true at once. I think that it is unfair to generalize a population or a demographic of people, such as anyone who has ever experienced survival mode, trauma of any sort, and immediately cast them as if they're not good enough, because there are people that are actively fighting to heal so they can get to the other side of the finish line where you were born at. Let's talk about it. People cannot control what family that they were born into. You just got lucky enough to be born into a family that actually loves you and accepts you for who you are, like you should have. I'm happy that you never had to experience that, but I do think that that's very privileged and ignorant to immediately assume that because somebody had trauma that they're a con man, a scheming, or a manipulative bad person. That is so dismissive, and it lacks emotional intelligence, because there are people that have spent years healing, going to therapy, and fighting to obtain their dream life. And just because you were born to what they had to struggle and therapize and heal to get to, you feel like they're not good enough for you. Now, I do think that everybody's allowed to have their own prerogative, their own preference, but it just seems very dismissive. What do you guys think about that? People that were raised in love look down on